Tell me why. So a pure heart, 12. And the 12th shadow is vanity. The final child, the 12th gene key, also with its shadow and Siddiqui, is one of the more extraordinary and far-reaching archetypes in the human genetic matrix. In the relationship between the knowledge and genetics, each of the 64 keys has a corresponding chemical family known as a codon in the genetic code. In order to decipher the code, scientists have to find chemical marker points in the mass of coded information that lies in DNA, and these marker points are known as start codons and stop codons. Such chemical punctuation marks have an unusual place of importance within the totality of the genetic code itself. The 12th key, also with the 56th and the 33rd, is related to what science terms the stop or terminator codons. There's a H2.
It's always terminator. It is always like terminator.
On a purely archetypal level, the 3 stop codons, known collectively as the Ring of Trials, can be seen as 3 great mythic trials that test human beings on their road to self-realization.
That's it.
Alex.
Thank you.
Okay. You are there with the camera on?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
please.
Oh, good. Appreciate you. 3 great mythic.
Thank you.
3 great mythic trials that test human beings on their road to self-realization. The 12th shadow of vanity marks the inner core of the Ring of Trials, which means to say that this shadow state represents the 3rd and final aspect in the trilogy of human tests. The 12th gene key is special. Within the mass mystery of the 21 codon rings, the 12th gene key forms a ring of its own within the Ring of Trials, known as the Ring of Secrets. However, its secrets remain firmly locked away until you activate its highest frequency in the 12th Siddiqui. Vanity, like pride, the 26th shadow, follows us to the mountain peaks of consciousness. It is an formidable word for most of us. And in our vanity, we do not usually like to associate ourselves with it at all. Unlike pride, which thrives before an audience, vanity is a far more internal shadow. Vanity is like the lichens.
Lichens, like mosses, moss growing on rocks and stuff. Lichens.
Okay, the lichen that clings to the rocks
Exactly.
of the highest of mountain ranges.
Yep.
No matter how far your awareness advances, vanity will cling subtly to you, even at the highest of vibrations. In one sense, vanity is the very first human vice. It is also the last shadow to let go of you. The 12th shadow is the love of your own uniqueness. It is about learning to love yourself, which is a true definition of vanity. However, vanity only stops being vanity when you realize that to love yourself is actually to love everyone else. A revelation demanding a quantum leap out of yourself altogether. This 12th shadow is therefore deeply involved with issues of personal power, as well as the human yearning to express the purest qualities latent within your soul. It allows you to progress to great intelligence and artistry, but at the same time prevents you from stepping into your wider heart. Vanity is afraid that if you come from your heart, you will lose your power. Because it involves the expression of the soul or heart, this gene key is deeply involved with your ability to connect with the power of your own breath and your emotions. It is connected to the thyroid and parathyroid glands, and in particular with the human larynx, the prime organ of speech. It is humanity's vertical larynx that sets us apart from the animals. In esoteric lore, it is said that the animals with horizontal
Larynges.
operate under a group spirit, whereas the development of our upright larynx allowed the introduction of the ego.
Larynx. We've had this before. Larynx.
I know. I was like, I've read this to you before.
Yeah, you have.
Oh. Well, why didn't you tell me? Do you want to stop here?
So I want to hear it now. Again.
Let's see, where am I? Indeed, it is the 12th gene key that allows your thoughts to be translated into language and vibration, giving you the illusion that your words have independent power. Out of the concept of independence were born two powerful human attributes, vanity and ego. In the ancient yogi systems, there is a profound connection between the larynx, represented by the throat chakra, and the gonads, represented by the sex center. This is also reflected by the rapid growth of the larynx during puberty. The ancients say that long ago, when the two centers were in fact one, but over time they separated and the larynx slowly closed. In Dutch, the word for the larynx is... I was reading this to you before.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Schildklier, shield.
Which means shield gland, suggesting that the larynx is a protective mechanism concealing a great secret. Interestingly, the word thyroid derives from the Greek for shield. The great secret of the 12th shadow is language. It is said that the Garden of Eden, Adam swallowed the apple, which became stuck in his throat and remains there to this day as the Adam's apple in all men. The Adam's apple represents the masculine principle of the mind that becomes identified with your words, thoughts, and actions. And the larynx gives you illusion of power through language. The 12th shadow is about loving and the sound of your own voice, and as such is the root of all language. However, as we will see in the highest levels of this frequency, it is not what you say that matters, but the frequency that lies behind your voice. Vanity can choose the most beautiful of words, but it can never hide the frequency of its tone. It is important to remember here that none of the 64 shadows are inherently bad. If you declare something as bad or evil, you will miss the gift that lies within it. Vanity is simply the lower frequency of the 12th gene key, and after all, vanity is the foundation of the Siddhi of purity. Vanity goes beyond words and can hide in silence. Sometimes your vanity is hidden in what you do not say. It hides itself away in your thoughts and your feelings. Wherever there is self-identification, there is vanity. The reason that vanity is such a great trial for human beings is because it lies outside the scope of your ego. So you may well be thinking, what can I do about it? How do I transform this shadow state? Well, because a shadow is so elusive, it is better not to think about it at all. Even the very thought of it might be overcoming your own vanity leads to more vanity. All you need to know is that as long as you experience yourself as separate from life, as long as you feel the strength and wonder of your individuality, vanity will still be there, quietly keeping pace with you. It is only late in your evolution, as you approach the highest frequency of Siddhi, that vanity will finally and suddenly release its hold on you. Vanity does, however, have an arch enemy, which is love. Vanity keeps you from truly loving another because it keeps you isolated. You may be beautiful, intelligent, and virtuous, but still within vanity you will remain defended against others. The more evolved your consciousness becomes, the subtler and therefore more powerful your vanity becomes. Vanity is the shield that, along with its programming partner, the 11th shadow of obscurity, hides the truth from you. For the kind of people who are drawn to reading this material, vanity is one of your greatest challenges. As you refine your frequency, you naturally fall into the illusion that you are somehow different from others and are becoming purer than the rest of the world. You begin to identify more with your higher self, which your lower self takes great delight in. This is a more tricky time in your spiritual evolution because it's so easy for you to remain here. At a relatively high frequency, you feel powerful, individuated, wise, and well-meaning. However, you have yet to meet the greatest leap there is, the leap into true purity, the leap into your own death.